Onto the joy.
Back to the Blood Brothers podcast. I'm Enoch Maurice.
Alchemy Jr.
And you know how we like to start this off. Let me start it off right. Our Father in heaven, we come to you right now. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this opportunity. Use us right now. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Talk to me, my brother.
You know, our mission will always be consistent and the same, empowering men to become leaders in this society under God's law. Consequently, men, women, and other men will learn what the foundation of a real man is supposed to be. And I memorized that thing, boy.
Talk that talk.
You know,
Last week we started Men-Tality series.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we're gonna pretty much keep moving forward on that into other things that deal with the mentality and getting into kind of the stigmas and the stereotypes. So
okay,
this could get a little interesting.
Okay. So when we talking about stigmas and stereotypes, we're gonna address the male stereotypes and the stigmas, and we also gonna address the woman. You know, it's certain things that we feel, you know, everybody just accepts without reason. You know, just because culture says or society has placed it upon us, we just take on that burden of it and we try to live by it. But truth of the matter is, it's not really under God's law. And on top of it, it's really not helping your life. It's all for ego-driven mentality, which is actually our next subject and mentality, our series. And basically check your ego.
Definitely.
Check your ego. Why are we doing things? One thing that really gets to me is when people do charity in public. You know, when they giving things out, doing things to people in public. I always wonder, you know, listen, I'm not opposed to. Yeah, what's your motive? I'm not opposed to you doing nice things. Don't get it twisted. But what I'm saying is, if you know that somebody has integrity, nobody wants to be recorded if they need a helping hand. Do it in silence and do it with the right frame of mind. And I think that plays a major part in how we conduct ourselves. And I think it's a mentality, realistically. You know what I mean? It's an attention.
Yeah.
To me, it seems like you just want attention. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, but I like to play both sides. So what if someone could be doing it and recording it, but now this is where character comes into play. How you perceive the person. What if they actually want to do it so that it motivates somebody else to do it?
See, when it comes to motivation, when it comes to that type of act, the best way to put it, I always look at it as certain principles. So if I know people have self-worth, if you're in a bad space, right? Say you don't have money, you can't pay bills, or you don't got food, or you don't have a jacket, whatever, right? And you have somebody come do this kind gesture for you, right? But you have somebody behind you recording it. To me, it takes away the genuineness of the act.
It does.
It really does. I mean, I get you want to motivate. So if anything, I would say do what you're doing, right? Keep statistics and then speak about it. Don't show the people. Don't go out your way to almost humiliate. To me, that's humiliating people.
I see what
right?
you're saying.
I would prefer you to just do it and not say nothing about it. But if you do want to motivate people, we all have Instagram. We all have platforms where we can speak our piece. Hey, listen, I think we need to, you know, come together and do this project. And I've been doing this, you know, quietly. I'm not gonna put nobody on Front Street, but I just want to let y'all know what I'm doing. And I would love for you guys to participate. If you're interested, here's my contact.
I like that. So your thing is basically coming with a whole camera crew and like, yo, we about to go do this. And then it's like, it's you make it more about yourself.
That's it. It becomes a production. Think about it. Imagine the other day you helped that homie from Chicago, right? I didn't see you post how much money you gave him on Instagram. I didn't see you say, yo, I done got this man a plane ticket back to Chicago, put money in his pocket. I didn't see none of that, right? But it was because it was from a genuine place. When you're doing things from a genuine mentality and a genuine mind, You don't pay attention to that. How is it that you're trying to help somebody, but on the back of your mind, it's like, oh, I gotta record this so people can see it?
That's true. I didn't. The crazy thing, I didn't even think to record anything. Like,
But that's the point. You was telling me about it, and I'm like, yo,
yeah.
bro, go for it, blah blah blah. But not once did you say, yo, I think I need to record this so I can motivate you. It's just like the same analogy where people they have money on Instagram. They be, oh, this is for motivating factors only, motivating purposes only, and it's like, to me, I just always feel like, do your thing, do it in silence, and the people eventually will just see it. You know, it's not something that, it's not really, it's not a thing
Hold on.
where.
Before you keep going, that's basically what we've been saying. Like, everything we say is, without even trying, is biblical, because it's like,
Facts.
you do those things, the fruit you bear, I won't have to say nothing.
I literally thought that I was gonna say that next, but yes, I
I
don't
wasn't
have to
even
say
thinking about it. Like,
you don't put it like this. You don't have to go out your way to tell people what you're doing for others or for yourself. Just do it, and then what'll happen is people are like, oh, you doing that? You doing like I can go down the list right now of the things that we're doing, that I'm doing, that your wife is doing, that my wife is doing, that our circle's about to do, right? But why do that? What is the purpose? Eventually, y'all are gonna see it anyway. So so why do I have to be the one? Yo, just motivating factors only. Hey, just remember, I'm about to give him $100. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing all of that.
And I feel like, even like, for an example, the rap culture, they'll post a picture with stacks of money, holding it out on their arm, but it's like, you're using that to motivate. The type of motivation you're putting with that is not a positive one, because I see all that money, I want that right now. I feel like you should be showing the process. Talking about the process, not like, yo, got these stacks, I'm just motivating y'all. So now, in my mind, if I don't have a great mentality myself, when I see that, like, oh, it's about the bread. It's about the bread. So now, any opportunity, I'm gonna jump on, yo, I gotta get this bread. Your main focus is the bread, but your focus should be the outcome, the goal, instead of the bread. Because if it's all about the bread, you'll do anything to get it.
Facts.
I mean, so I feel like when it's like, yo, I got these stacks, I'm showing you these rollies. What kind of motivation are you giving me, to get stuff or to reach a goal?
That's true. And I think, even to piggyback off that, remember, a lot of times in the rap culture, they're not exactly talking about doing the most productive things, right? So if I'm talking about I'm banging, slanging, I'm moving weight, you know, I put hits on people, all of these things that are forming the listener's mentality, because that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
And then they're equating what you're rapping to what you have in your pictures. Now they're gonna go, okay, he got it like this, or he got it like that. And it's like, look, at the end of the day, that is all just a facade, right? I never could take certain things that people do at face value. So it's like rap culture. That's, to me, that's just all a front, right? That means nothing, honestly. Even like with gang culture, I take gang culture more serious because people actually die off that.
Yeah, it's real.
Right?
It's real.
It's real, but it's
real.
actually, it's weird to say, but the principles that apply in gang culture, if it wasn't applied to a flag and was applied to like a business or something productive, exactly, you would see a lot of black millionaires walking around here. And that's a fact. Because for you to operate that type of organization, if you on that type of level, right, you got to really think it through. You got to understand marketing. You got to understand distribution. You got to understand scaling down, scaling up. There's a lot of things that play a part. But it always comes back to, what are you doing it for? What is your driving force behind your actions? Why is it that the ego is what's pushing you to do these things for attention? I'm not opposed to having an ego. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
That you shouldn't have an ego. But it's the same concept as when we were talking about pride, right? You have to have pride in the right things. You have to have an ego in the right situation. So if I'm gonna have an ego, which I do, don't get it twisted, it's gonna be a genuine ego. Like, I believe in myself. I love the fact that I'm strong. I believe I'm a good looking dude. I got a banging wife. My wife is fly. You know what I mean? My kids, A1. I got good. I got an ego about it. That's me, right? But my ego will never be in materialistic things. That's the best way to put it. Never have, never will. never could, and it never should, realistically. Because I promise you, that ego becomes pride, and before you know it, the pride is the beginning of your downfall.
The fall. So even with the gang culture thing, right? So even in that, they say you either end up in jail or dead.
They give you the book for it.
But they give you the ultimatum. Like, you're gonna either end up dead or in jail. Yep. And the crazy thing is, it just hit me. Both of those things are glorified at the end.
100%.
When someone dies that was in the gang culture, they end up on a shirt.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so sad. It's like, and it like, why is it never like, dang, I wish he didn't have to live that life? Why is never like, it's always like, yo, he was out here getting it. Like, yo, he gonna die respected. But what did you leave behind for a gang? Like, there's other people that's hurting because you wanted to be in this gang. And we glorify, like, it's sad. Yes, we gonna turn up for you, but what the message you're giving after that? Like, yo, this is the life he was living, and there's only two routes: dead or in jail. Now, even for the jail part, when somebody gets locked up and they about to come home, it's a party. It's a party, right? But it's like, you at the same time, you're glorifying what he did. Why is it never when somebody's locked up like, yo, I respect it, he held his own, but dang, bro, like, he had so much, he could have provided so much for the community. The way he held it down out here in these streets. It's never that. It's like, yo, he's a real one. Like, he ain't snitch. Like I get it. Like, as men, we respect, if you do, we believe in, if you do the crime, you do the time. Cool. If you did it, you do the time. But why is it that when you go to jail, you're more so glorified within the culture? Like, yo, he was out there locked up. Yo, he did his time. He a real one. Why we never have a big party when somebody get a master's or graduate? You know what I'm saying? Why is it never that big of a deal? But when somebody coming home, the block is lit. Block is lit.
You know, I don't.
And I'm not gonna say and be a hypocrite. Back before I started building my mentality, I thought that was like, yo, he a real one. He did his time. He came home like, yo, he about that life. So I know the elevation in my mind where I see it now. It's like, nah, bro, like, you have so much more that you could have done. Like, I get it. You living in these circumstances, but at the end of the day, everyone has a choice. Right. Until we stop having that mentality, like, yo, I live in the hood. This is the life I'm giving. Not Obama was from Chicago.
Facts.
Chirac. Like, we had a president that's from Chirac, south side of Chicago. There's no way you can't tell me you can't make it out. Yo, really? I want everybody to just sit there and think for 1 second. President Obama had 2 terms from Chirac. I'm gonna just leave it like that. Our president from Chirac. Come on.
You know, it's I will say this, right? It's the mentality that drives this stigma of, yo, I get locked up, I get my weight up, I got to read in there, you know, I'm doing my thing, I'm holding my own, right? This is the part that they don't realize. If you get to the root of why jail gets your weight up and it educates you, it's simply because when you're incarcerated, you no longer have freedom, right? So what happens is they organize your life. They force discipline on your life. You don't have a choice. See, when you're out here and you have the ability to choose whether you want to be disciplined or not, totally different compared to when you're incarcerated. Now, I was a CO. I hated it. And there was so many levels that I hated it on. But if I could just pinpoint one thing that really burdened my soul, was to see young Black men and even older Black men caged, right? I had so many conversations with so many good brothers in there and youngsters that I used to literally go home crying. Like, this is crazy. I can't believe that these kids got to deal with this. And I'm not saying that the kid that committed murder, right, isn't worthy of doing his time. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I see the conditions that he came up in. I've had conversations with kids that was killers. when you're coming from a foster care system, broken homes, no love, no guidance, I just came to the thought where I'm like, look, what do you expect, right?
Mm.
What if all he knows is killing and drug dealing? I get it, right? For me, it became a thing where it's all right. If the family can't provide the discipline and the structure that a child needs, it's going to be up to programs in the community to provide that. This is why sports are so important. This is why music clubs are so important. This is why these type of atmospheres and the best way to put it is just a system of
Mm.
helping and empowering is so important. The goal is not just to not let them be a statistic. The goal is to help them be successful in life as a whole. Now, success is obviously determined by wealth in society, but that's not actually true. If you find your purpose, if I could find one, put it like this, I got it. We have about 120 kids in Genesis right now.
Mm.
Through the statistics, maybe one of them will make it to the league, right? But
Yeah.
I don't really care about that. I just want them to understand the principles that we're teaching in Genesis: hard work, teamwork, dedication, communication, confidence, strength, all of these things that we're implementing now as a younger generation. I just want them to take that into whatever field they can be successful in. Because I'm
Mm.
pretty sure I got some doctors in there, pretty sure I got some nurses. I definitely got some lawyers in there because they always be talking. I got teachers and I got educators. I
Yeah.
got future program directors. I know I have those in it. So it's my job to make sure that I put them in a situation as the leader to
Mm-hmm.
become what they're supposed to become. That's a heavy burden on me personally as I embark in the journey of leadership. But I embrace that because I've seen what jail looks like.
Yeah.
I went over the bridge. I seen that, and as much as everybody turns numb to it, when I really have genuine conversations with COs that's been there for a while, they all say I feel like I'm doing a bid myself. They be depressed,
Mm-hmm.
but that's
Mm.
a private one-on-one conversation. But if I have a public conversation about, yeah, I was doing this and I got this in there, you'd be like, oh
Yeah,
man,
that's true.
first,
That's true.
it's the same type of glorification. You want to feel like you're tough and you're hard because I could survive in jail. Well, listen, bro,
Yeah.
I much rather our people not be in jail.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the
Yeah.
case, I much rather you not work there, and I much rather the kids not be there or the adults not be there. But it just doesn't always work out like that. So
I love.
I think I was gonna say too before you go. I just gonna say
Uh,
that that mind frame that you was just speaking about when they
yeah.
glorify the jail lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
it actually is rooted in the music too. They talk about it so much, right?
Yeah.
But go ahead, I'm listening. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
Yeah. Like, I love when I see guys that come out of jail. I hate the fact that they had to go to jail, but I love
Mm-hmm.
the fact they come out of jail and they become activists for trying to get men to not go to jail.
That's a fact. Yes.
I love that when they say like, "Yo, that life, that ain't it."
Mm-hmm.
Like what y'all seen glorified in this rap music, that life I was in there. It ain't it. Like I love seeing that. And then remember that show I was telling you about the dudes that was locked up that was playing basketball?
Cue ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I when I watched that, I'm just looking at these dudes like, dang, he had so much potential.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, like he's in there, he doing 15 years. Like
Oof.
I'm like, and I look at it different, but it's two perspectives. Some people that look at it like, yo, he a real one. Yo, he in there doing his time. I don't see it like that. I look at it like, dang, like I hurt for him. It's like you have a gift and you used it for something negative. Like that's how I look at people in jails. Like, yo, you have a gift for something in this world, but you wasn't able to to seek it, and now you ended up in jail. And you still have after jail, you still can get it back, but it's so much harder for you. You steps back behind everybody now, and it's like, why I wish it didn't have you didn't have to go that route. So like when I see dudes like, yeah, I just came home, like yeah, I'm out here, I'm back. Like literally, my wife just showed me somebody she went to school with. She went to high school with. He got out of jail and then he's posted like, yeah, back to this money. I'm out of jail now. It's lit. It's back to this money. And it's like, so you didn't even go in there and learn? Like, you're gonna end like remember we talked about patterns. You're gonna end up back in there, and I wish there were more men in the areas that in so-called urban ghetto areas to grab these kids up like, yo, I see where you going. That ain't it. That ain't it. But like I said, when you listen to this music constantly, talk about just cut a body, beat a bed, blah, blah, blah.
How you know the words though? Hold on, how you know the words?
I just made that up, and that'll end up being a song. I just made that up. Just go to, so now it's like, all right, I catch your body, catch your bed, I'm on. And like that mentality is just so messed up, man.
So let's get to the next one. Let me see. Okay, how do you want to go about women? Women saying a man does it, so I should be able to do it. Do you want to start with that, or do you want me to? Man, okay. Oh, you can start with that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with that. Okay. As a woman, and I say this all the time. I say, I like to put a disclaimer first because I know when you talk to women, once they feel like their feelings hurt, they shut down. Mm-hmm. So I'm speaking.
Hold on. Before you say that, speak about language first. We'll separate it. We'll talk about language, and then we'll talk about the actions. So let's how they present
language as far as what?
How they conduct their vocabulary. Like they want to be like the way they speak certain ways. That type of thing, and what kind of implement. Like how does that language affect their actions? If that's the best way to put it. But let's start with language, just so that way we could be clear. And do your disclaimer, because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
Yeah, like when we saying stuff, we want everybody to win. We want everybody to grow, to be better, especially the women, because y'all go through a lot, especially with us men. I've taken accountability for all men. Like I apologize for all the men that has done dirt, because we've done so much wrong.
Yeah, you're on your own on that, but go ahead.
Nah, not as far as me. Like I'm saying now, but like at the end of the day. Like as men, we've done so wrong as a whole.
We got to do better. 100%.
We got to do better. So don't take the fact that we say what we want, we do what we want. Say like, yo, how many hoes you got? How many? Like, don't think that's okay for you just because men do it. It's not okay, and it's always like, well, men do it, but why would you want to stoop down? Because men are doing it. And I get it. Men are supposed to be the foundation. They're supposed to lead by example. But a lot of men aren't. So I don't think it's okay. Well, like I said before, my son and my daughter, they're getting the same talk about sex. It's not, yo, bro, do your thing. Just make sure you wrap up. And to my daughter, it's like, you better never have sex till you get married. Mm-hmm. No, they're getting the same conversation. There's no, they both getting that. They better hold themselves. So when I see women that have the same language as men that aren't stable, it scares me. It scares me because it's like with that language, it's only gonna lead to one direction. It's very hard to get positivity out of that language of, yo, I'm just trying to get mine. Like I want him to just, I'm using him to, well, I got a couple dudes. I use him to get me food. I use him, like, when did that become okay? Like, is it wrong for me as a man to hold a woman to a higher standard? Even if you don't hold yourself to that standard? Because a lot of women get upset at men that say like, yo, it's my body. I should be able to do what I want. Cool, you can. But if I feel like you shouldn't, don't get mad at me because you mad at me because I feel like you should be better than that. Like, how does that make sense? You're mad at me because I feel like, no, you shouldn't be out here having sex with a bunch of men all over the place. I could do what I want. Who are you to tell me? I'm not telling you what to do. I just look at you as a queen. My fault. Right. My bad that I look at you better than a lot of men that's out here doing dirt. My bad that I see so much better for you and yourself than you see in yourself. I want you to be better. Don't fall into this cultural mindset. And even the music, now the women with the music, that's all they pushing now. And it's like you're feeding girls. I saw, did you ever hear of that, what's that challenge that ratchet, booty, some savage dance. That savage dance. I'm seeing little girls do it.
That's a little scary. That's a fact.
And it bothers me. Everybody sees it as cute.
No, that's not cute.
It bothers me so much, but I can't say nothing because, like, yo, that's my kid. I'm not gonna tell you to do your kid. So I'm not gonna. I see it. I just be like, dang, bro. Like, you got these little. Listen to the words. I'm classy, bougie, ratchet. If I want it, I'ma have it. Like, they're dancing to this. You think they're not gonna think that's okay when they're older? It's not cute. Don't be.
Nah.
And some people are gonna be upset at what I'm saying. Cool. At the end of the day, you're mad at me because I want you to be better, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with living that. So if you're gonna look at it like that, I think it's horrible. Look, see these little girls dancing to this music, man.
I just when I view it, I think there's age appropriate things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. If for grown women they want to dance or whatever, listen, I'm do your thing. You're an adult. You make your own choices. When it comes to 18 and below, and I get it. High school girls, they're a little bit more, I guess, more mature, if that's what they want to call it. But even that, I have a problem with language specifically, because I'm very language driven. Because I believe the root of understanding is understanding interpretation from the root of words, basically. So when I hear certain things that girls say, or I watch a video, whatever, I'm listening to what they're saying for real. So I'm really listening to the words that you're saying. And I'm thinking about the root of it and what would even cause you to think like that, to even be able to articulate those words. And like I said, it's no offense to no girls. We're not trying to offend you guys, nothing like that. But when I hear even when girls talk about sex sometimes, I'm like, look, I'm not sitting here saying that you should be approved. I'm not saying that, right? Mm-hmm. But I do feel like privacy, just in general as a whole, for men and women is important, but especially for women. Like, you don't have to talk about sex publicly. You don't have to, put yourself in a category where men are looking at your words as a calling card. Like, oh, word, you do that?
She with it.
Oh, she with it, right? Because
trust me, we know we're men.
Listen, exactly. We 100% know. So be mindful of how you speak, because your words actually are a representation of yourself. So if you talking crazy and even if you're talking crazy with your friend, even if your friends condone it, you might want to check your friends. You might want to see who you're hanging around, what you're hanging around. Because at the end of the day, I find it hard to believe that any girl that would be that's really, I don't want to call it self-respect, because it's not even, I don't think you disrespect yourself in the sense of you're putting your physical attributes out there, right? But we're speaking about language. So when I think about the language that a female speaks, I would want you to be gentle in your words, thoughtful, educated. These things are very attractive, very attractive. And guys might pretend like, hey, yo, she fire, whatever, right? Yeah. But I bet you they wouldn't marry you. I bet you they not gonna take you serious. I can guarantee you that they're gonna be in and out. Like, another thing, like when they say, oh, make them earn it. It's like, earn what? Ain't nobody needs to earn your body. Like, that is your body. He needs to marry you. Yeah. And that, prove yourself through commitment, real commitment. I'm not talking about a few dates. I'm not talking about, oh, we talk all the time. Oh, I'm not talking, no. I'm talking about, you want to prove that you're worthy of this temple right here? Let me see a ring. Show me that you forever with this, and go through with the marriage. Then consummate the marriage the way it needs to be, right? And it's just one of those kind of things. And it's sad because we always go back to the rule of men, obviously. But I always wonder how many females that do think like this and act like this, how many of them have fathers that were effective in their lives, right? I would love to have conversations with the girls who have this mind frame and who conduct themselves in conduct themselves with this type of conduct, I would just want to know what type of relationships you had with your dad.
I think it's a small percentage. And it's probably harder now because of social media.
Yeah, social media is a monster.
And I feel like it's tearing down a lot of these young girls.
Facts.
I feel like with social media now, you have to get validity because everything is a like, everything is a view. So that becomes real life. I have to do something to get that like out here. I have to do something. I have to show because Instagram is show. I got to show you. So if I'm showing you a persona or I'm speaking a certain way, that's going to attract the likes. That's only going to attract the likes, though. Is it going to attract real love? Because if a girl, I'm gonna be honest, I can tell if a girl is just out here for the out here or she's really a wife. When it says a man that finds a wife finds a good thing, listen to the wording. Finds a wife, not married her already and then she became a wife. Finds a wife.
Oh,
so, you got me? You got me? You got me? you you got me? You know what I'm saying? He found a wife.
Yo.
Come on.
That just hit me like a ton of bricks.
Come
he
on.
Found a wife.
Found a wife.
Not
He didn't make her into a wife.
Oh,
he found her as a wife. And now he chose her, and then she becomes a wife to him. We can end on that.
Yo.
Yeah. You gotta put yourself you have to become your own wife in your own right. Be that. Don't wait for a man for you to marry him like, oh, I'm gonna be a wife. No, you be that wife. You carry yourself to a standard to where when someone looks at you, because we can look like you can look at somebody, oh yeah, where do you think wifey material comes from? Yo, she's wifey material.
Wow.
Like she's wifey material. Then you see another girl, and I hate this word because I don't like, but they be like, oh yeah, she's a thot. I already know she with it. You don't want that. You don't want that persona like that you're a thot. We don't want that for you. So now how do you become a wife? I'm not going to just throw it out. Mentality. Your mentality, it all goes back to the mentality. What are you feeding yourself daily? What are you watching? What are you listening to? How are you talking? Your speech. What are the things you're saying? How you hang around your friends besides when you're by yourself? The way you are by yourself, you should be working yourself by yourself and then putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just sit here and just be out here wilding, listening to whatever you want, watching whatever you want to watch. All of that comes out. So if you want to be a wife, you have to become one. Period.
Yo, that was crazy. We actually had another topic. I don't even know if I want to do that topic. Yo, you know how many times I heard that scripture and I never looked at it like that?
Bro.
Yo, that's deep.
Bro.
That's deep. And listen, I want women to understand. We're not saying this because we don't care. I honestly want to see millions of families. That's it. Husband, wife, faithful, happy marriages. That's our goal. But you really got to consider how you speak and how your actions portray you. Because there's a lot of times where women will say, I did that, but that's not who I am. I get it. So let's be who you really are then.
Exactly.
Let's not be a contradiction. Let your words match your actions, match your mind. Let it all flow together. But that was deep.
And even what you said that this is about to be one of my permanent quotes. I stole this from Inky Johnson. I want y'all to really listen to this quote. It's very short. Truth without love is brutality. Love without truth is hypocrisy. I'm gonna say that one more time. Truth without love is brutality. Love without truth is hypocrisy. So if we didn't care, yeah, go out there, do your thing, shorty. Twerking for the gram. Be out here wilding. Telling you what you want to hear. Yeah, you go, girl. It's your body. You do what you want to do. Like, you could have as many men as you want. Cool. That's hypocrisy. I'm not showing you real love. If I love you, I'm going to tell you, like, I don't think you should be doing that. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you
gotta do
love.
that.
It's going to hurt. You don't got to do it. That's real love, telling you, like, what you don't have to do, not agreeing with everything you're doing. That's not real love.
And not even in a disrespectful manner.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Just in a, like, I got girls that are friends that none of the girls that are, like, I'm friends with, they don't conduct themselves like that. Otherwise, we wouldn't be friends, obviously. But I had friends that was going through relationships, and I just tell them straight up, yo, he's cheating on you. You don't need to be with him.
Yeah.
You're not thinking, you're smarter than this. You're more than this. You got to do better. And when I think about young ladies and women that do conduct themselves with this type of I just want to call it ghetto mentality, it's hard to really it's hard to address the women nowadays because they're so broken.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. They're very hypersensitive when it comes to certain morals and addressing them and trying to get them to understand from a male's perspective, like, hey, I know you think that it's equal, but truth of the matter is, you're right. It's not equal. You guys are created way better than us.
That's a fact.
It's
That's
not
what
equal.
I'm trying to tell you. You lit.
Exactly. We're not equal. You are much more than us. The tools that women are equipped with is grade A. Grade A. It don't come no better than that.
Yeah.
But I think that it's important that you guys really consider what you say and how you act and what type of image are you portraying.
Yeah.
And just always think about it. If I have a daughter, do I want her to be this? Do I want her to think the way I'm thinking? Do I want her to feel the way I'm feeling? And I think that that'll help govern your mind frame and really, really look and be secure in who you are without the sexual aspect of it, without talking like a dude, without just being a genuine peaceful young woman who is driven with love and love could be with anything. That means that could be your business. You have a genuine love for your business. You are trying to build yourself up, whatever it is. But just be mindful of the language you speak and how you conduct yourself. Let's leave the women alone after that, because that was real, bro. Yo, I never in my life looked at it like that. That was deep. So the last one we gonna talk, since we were saying be that wife, the last one gonna be I take care of home.
Oh, man.
I take care of home.
It don't matter. This a whole podcast right here.
Yeah, but I take care of home. I take care of home. You feel me?
You're supposed to take care of home. That's what a lot of men don't get. Like, I take care of home. I go out there and do my thing. Like, as long as home, cause food on the table. You know what I mean? Bills paid. Like, I go out here and do my thing. No, it don't work like that.
Stupid.
It does not work like that. The end of the day, are you really taking care of home? Because if you're doing things at home, so-called take care of home, but you're living an opposite life outside of home, that's a contradiction to your home.
100%.
So that would make your home broken.
100%.
But there's a mentality that men have with his ego where they won't see it like that. And if you say that to certain men, they'll look at it like, nah, I'm doing my thing. No, I don't bring, no, this is the thing. I don't bring what I do outside of the home into the home. Little do you know, yes, you do.
That's a fact. What kind of stupid thought is that?
Everything you do outside comes in. little by little, whether you see it or not. And it's not okay. Because if you have a wife, you have kids, that doesn't resonate in your mind when you're out there doing your own thing.
Well, what's your own thing? That means what? You
Cheating,
messing, cheating, flirting,
flirting,
all
all
the
of the
things.
above.
Okay.
Living a
All things you
separate
can't
life.
do. All things you can't do when your wife's around.
Yeah. Everything
See,
that I do when my wife's not around, I can do when she's there.
100%. Never question it.
Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The conversations I have with other people, I can have when she's there.
Facts.
There's no two sides to me. There's not just me when I walk out the house and then me when I walk in the house. The way I love my kids at home, I love them outside. I'll have a random conversation about my kids are on my phone. Like my kids and my wife are on my phone. Like there is no outside. Me is me. And I feel like people have to understand you have to become in tune with yourself to where you don't have to switch up when you're outside.
Gotta be holy.
Set apart. How I am in the house, that's how I am out there. I don't have to put on a facade, a persona when I'm outside because I am who I am and I'm comfortable with who I am and I love who I am. And God made me this way. So when you think just because, like, I can easily say, yo, I pay the bills, food on the table, I'm a great husband, I come home, play with my kids. Sometimes I just want to go to the strip club. Sometimes I just want to throw some money, smack a little booty. Some people think that's okay. Me, I can't rock with that, bro. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
So I got you. So when that analogy of taking care of home, when I first heard it, I didn't even know what we were talking about. Like somebody told me that. He's like, yeah, I take care of home. But I knew that he cheated on his girl, like his wife. I knew that he cheated all the time. He's like, yeah, I take care of home. No. I'm like, I don't really understand what you mean. I'm gonna need you to explain it. And
Yeah.
after he gave me the stupidest explanation, I obviously, me being me, I said that was dumb. The fact that you think that is dumb. And honestly, I don't think I ever had another conversation with this person. Not
Wow.
gonna throw no names out there, but whatever the case may
Wow.
be.
Wow.
So now this analogy of, oh, I'm taking care of home. Look, you as a man, right? You taking care of home as the foundation, it has to be consistent. What I mean is if I'm living one life at home and I'm living one life in the streets, that means that automatically I'm double-minded. That means there's a split. There's a split in my personality. There's a split in my mentality, right? Fine. You're the foundation, right? If a home has a crack in their foundation, what do they make you do? You have to break the home apart and start over.
Oh yeah.
You can't buy a home with a cracked foundation.
No.
You can't have a family with a cracked foundation.
It won't even pass inspection.
It won't even pass.
It won't even pass inspection.
You won't even pass inspection. So, and we're talking about a materialistic thing. Now, just imagine you're saying I'm the foundation of my family, but there's a crack in my foundation. There's my character is in question. My mentality is in question. That's a crack in your foundation. I'm cheating. That's a crack in my foundation. I'm giving my body. I'm lying to my wife. I'm living a certain life that I know I shouldn't be living. I have a private lifestyle. There's a crack in my foundation. You're unholy. There's a crack. If there's a crack in the family's foundation, the family will fail. Period. So, fellas, as we continue on and move forward, and you continue to say, I take care of home, just keep in mind, you sound dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
You sound dumb. I mean, I don't really even know how else to word it. I just feel I don't have to say I take care of home because my life reflects that I take care of home. My wife's smile is a reflection that I take care of home. My kids being happy and healthy and successful, that means I take care of home. Me being happy, right? Me being whole means that I take care of home. So if you want to say I take care of home, I think we need to start changing that from I take care of my house to I take care of home, right? This is your home. This is your temple. I take care of my mind. My mind does not wander. I'm disciplined in my thoughts. My priorities are in order at all times. I don't have to question myself, which means my wife doesn't have to question me.
Yeah.
Simple. It's really simple. So we're gonna just take this. I take care of home. We're just gonna say your mind is your home.
Yeah.
We're having our mentality series. So let's keep our mind as our home and let's make sure we take care of it.
Yeah.
All right. This was a great conversation.
Yes, sir.
It was rough. It was definitely rough.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's hard for us to speak on, women and what they go through. It really is. And I just hope you ladies really understand that we mean no ill intent. I promise you.
And the reason we have to be so hard is because there was some men that wasn't in your life to be able to teach you these things. So we don't have real time to play too much. We don't have time to play around and sugarcoat it like, oh, if you just, because as a father, you do that gradually.
With your daughter,
I mean, we don't have real time for that. So I got to give it to you as real as possible. And it's all out of love. Trust me. I have a baby girl. I'm going to teach her the same thing, but I'm not going to hit her with it all at once because I have time to grow with her. So I understand if you take it and it kind of, it's like, yo, what is he talking about? It's all out of love. It's all out of love.
Yeah. So, and as far as the men, hey, fellas, do better.
Facts. We ain't letting off on men. Man, y'all got to do better.
Yeah, just got to deal with it. And if you don't want to listen, that's fine too. We wasn't doing this for likes anyway. Like he said before, our kids are eventually going to listen to this. Just in case, we're leaving the knowledge that we need for them. Other than that, we want to thank y'all for listening. Like, subscribe, comment, ring the bell so that way you can get notifications.
All of that.
And you got
comments.
Whatever. You got anything you want to say?
All right. You already know. There's going to be ups and downs to everything that we do. But no matter what, keep God before anything.
I respect it. Always strive for perfection. So if you fall short, you're still excellent. Other than that, we'll holler at y'all. See y'all next week. Hold it down.
Yes, sir.
Run to the Jordan.